Hello Cancer, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna. For those of you that are new, I welcome you warmly. This reading is going to be a reading for the coming week, starting on the 1st of September, from Monday to Sunday. I will be asking the cards about the overruling energy for the coming week, what will be the opportunity presented to you during those 7 days, any challenge, something unforeseen that might be coming your way, and advice from Spirit. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all your support to the channel. I truly appreciate all of you. I know you know it, but I will keep saying thank you and sending much love and healing energy your way. For those of you that don't know, I also offer coaching and consultancy and healing. I'm a certified energy healer, a law of attraction coach and Jungian coach. So I infuse my readings with coaching very often, and of course energetically. So without further ado, Cancer, what can you expect? Of course, not all of you are on the same timeline. For some of you, whatever is going to show today in the reading already happened. For most of you, hopefully it's going to happen at the time where I'm setting intention for. For others, it might be happening in the future. If you still remember the reading, you might benefit from the advice. Otherwise, just let it go. In spirit of service for the highest good of all, show me the energies I need to see for Cancer, please, for the coming week, 1st September, Cancer Collective. The Star, wish fulfillment, hope, healing, rejuvenation, opportunities. North Node, knowing where we're going, being very happy and healed. It's also a card of detachment, really stripping away everything that doesn't serve us. So we have strong Aquarius energy, but also strong Cancer energy. So Chariot, definitely victory mindset, overcoming any challenges, moving in a new direction, moving forward towards victory, towards our healing, towards our purpose, towards our wish fulfillment. And very excited, maybe some good news coming your way that will allow you to move forward finally towards that which you always wanted. It looks like it is a wish fulfillment for you, and very positive energy coming through for the coming week, first week of September. Show me overruling energy for Cancer. Another major arcana. Here we have strong Pisces energy, the Hangman. It is a card of enlightenment. It allows us to see things from different perspective, see the big picture. It is a card of surrender, acceptance, and letting go. That's why this person is very comfortable in this position. You would think hanging upside down from the tree, well, he's perfectly fine, happy, because he has accepted the situation. In this position, also his heart is higher than his mind. So we are thinking with our heart, you could say, which is acceptance. It is the unconditional love as well, and seeing things in life from that perspective, which releases us from what? From that which is the greatest suffering, our own mind and our ideas about life, our own interpretations. Deep stuff is coming through today, but let's see what that means. There is justice, so balance will be restored, some truth, clarity, and fairness in life. Maybe you will receive some truth from somebody that will allow you to change perspective and to relax. It is also going with the flow. We are no longer controlling anything. This is actually Odin hanging off the tree and receiving enlightenment and the runes that were, the system to help us understand our own path and create magic in our lives. There is some sort of enlightenment and clarity that you will also receive. What's the opportunity that is? It's major arcana. So these are all major changes in life and realizations. This is not a Tuesday type of thing. This is something that is giving you a picture, maybe enlightening you about a cycle that was lasting for 20 years or things like that. So also within maybe some deep understanding of life, illumination, spirituality, or the connection you're in. Opportunity that will be presented to Cancer this coming week. Seven of Pentacles. So this is another pause, because all of these cards talk about pause and taking a step back and not rushing anything. It is more of an allowing things to happen. With the Seven of Pentacles, it is card of investment and maybe reaping the benefits of hard work in this case. It is a review, preparation, reassessment, looking at the seeds that we have planted, and it is either a harvest time, we will see when we clarify, after we have been putting an effort and seeing the fruits and now reaping the fruits, or we are reassessing where we want to really invest. Do we want to invest in this situation where we're in, with the person, with the job, with whatever I've been doing at the moment, and spending a lot of time and energy, and maybe I should be doing something different because I see the potential for growth, for improvement. There is always room for improvement. But both of these also talk about patience. When we plant the seeds, we need to understand and trust in the universe and timing. Timing maybe is needed. When you surrender the desire to control and when things are going to happen, also with the Hangman, this is when the seeds grow. When you plant the seeds, you don't go there digging them out every day. You just trust that they will come. But you also have to tend to the garden, meaning sustain the thought, the positive thought, not the negative one. Where we put attention, that's what's going to grow. So reassessment of where and what am I thinking, and patience, allowing the everything to grow in its own time. You cannot speed up the crop. But I have Six of Wands under the deck, so it talks about success, victory, maybe reaping the rewards of something you've been working on. Let's continue and we will clarify and know more. What will be the challenge? Could be some money you have been waiting for, because Pentacles talk about money, investments. Challenge in the coming week. What might be the challenge for Cancer in the coming week? You might be challenged by your own belief system. Religion, tradition. It is also a card of commitments, some contracts. Maybe you will be needing to take a step back and think if you want to continue investing. If it's work related, this is a contract. It could be, of course, religion, tradition of some sort. It is commitments and marriages. It is our values being challenged, morals, integrity, daily routines. There is definitely lessons being learned. This is also a card of learning spiritual lessons. Now, both of these cards are very spiritual, so there's something happening. It might be a very layered reading, I already see, so just bear with me, because it can be related to your relationships, something finances you have been working on, but also very deep when it comes to spiritual enlightenment and understanding and spiritual lessons. With the Saturn here, again, we're talking about time and learning lessons and closing major cycles. This is not something that's going to show up this week and the next week you have completely different reading. If you're a frequent viewer, this could be an ongoing thing, and we have been seeing, especially with the Saturn and the ending of a cycle. It's not that Tuesday it ended and on Wednesday you have a full and you're starting brand new life. As you know, they overlap energetically, so there's still residues of energies from the past that will be moving forward as you're learning those lessons, and as you return sometimes to a subject, you see a deeper truth, because it always circles around and round. And you're seeing something here. This is a huge card of enlightenment and surrender. Not giving up. Giving up is weakness and comes from, okay, I've got no power to keep going. Surrender comes from the higher power, from the absolute power, from the power beyond the mind. And it is a choice, so to speak, right? To surrender ego, for example. It requires absolute spiritual power. Well, some will argue and say that this is grace. This is grace. You're actually not doing anything, because it is non-doing. The doing is the activity of the mind. The real you is the non-doer that eternally is. The consciousness that is present and aware of the activity of the mind. But we think that we have to do things work things, read things, but it's actually when all of this ceases, when you are always, even when that is happening, but it's a noise that is obscuring the reality of who you are. So when the noise stops, there is your real self. If you're into non-duality and advanced spirituality, then I recommend Rupert Spirit. Rupert Spirit is really good. Great explanations. Something unforeseen that might be coming towards Cancer this week. Unforeseen. Well, another major arcana, and it's landing right here on our enlightened Odin hanging off the tree. Death and rebirth, something unforeseen. Now it kind of landed reversed on him, and it could be that there are difficulties with going through transformation or refusing change, but it is going to happen. You will surrender that eventually. You will see it from different perspective. This is also coming with Four of Swords, so a lot of healing and, you know, stepping into divine feminine, another major arcana, and that comes with this epiphany, clarity, some clarity over maybe repetitive patterns that you had, and that is what you're ending with here. It is a card of rebirth as well, and absolute changes and transformation. Scorpio energy, Taurus energy here. So it's all together, just as an energy for the week, looks like a major transformation and release, shedding of something that could have something to do with your beliefs, and transformation in terms of your spirituality and enlightenment. For others, we are talking about commitments, relationships, contracts, death and rebirth. Maybe you need to end something and you release it, you surrender that because you decide where you want to invest. For others, it's a rebirth. I have to keep going and clarify what are the main messages for majority of you. What's the advice? It's a big week coming. Either way, whichever way you want to look at it, it's going to be a big week. Advice for Cancer. So this is a victory mindset, knowing that you are seen, valued, respected. You are overcoming all the challenges that there are. You are seen, chosen. Okay, if in relationships, for instance, and you have not felt chosen, you felt lost in the crowd, or that you had to compete for somebody's attention. No, this is a victor mindset as well. It's being, you know, the main character energy. Main character energy. There's absolute clarity and truth and good communication when it comes to your life and what you really want. It is not coming across for me at all with being cold or harsh, super guarded, which she can be. She can be cold and pissed off and divorced. Usually people, male or female, is in swords. I don't see it that way in this reading because of this spiritual evolution that you're going through and this surrender, which is peace and love and acceptance. She comes across as a very discerning, intelligent, good communicator with boundaries, but also utilizing all the compassion that Cancerian can have. And a High Priestess energy of her intuition, ability also to communicate in such a way that it is landing correctly, the way it should be for others, because of the compassion, because the energy is different. If we come from defense, energy is very different. It's power versus force. Power and force is different. There is actually a book written by Dr. What's his name? Hang on a minute. David Hawkins. I have his book here, Letting Go, actually, Letting Go. And there, I believe he also wrote the book Power versus Force, which you might be interested in because it came through. I have not read the book, but I know it exists. And we have 10 of Cups behind it. So we have this clarity and discernment of what makes us truly happy and what will bring us the ultimate emotional fulfillment, and knowing that we will be succeeding in that. This is your advice, and keep moving. This is progress. It is stepping sitting on that high horse a little bit, being proud of yourself and of all of your achievements in a healthy way. It's a healthy self-esteem and understanding that whatever crowd is doing, it doesn't matter. You're on your high horse and you're doing your thing. Be proud of your achievements. That's what is coming across. Nine of Pentacles, definitely there could be some financial bonus, but it is energetic. It is reaping rewards of your hard work, whether you have been working, investing in yourself, in your spirituality, or your business, on your money, or in general working on your self-confidence. This is it. This is the ultimate as a single person. Now when you're in this energy, you're attracting everything and everyone to you. Let's clarify. Empress under the deck, Ace of Pentacles, and Spirit of Service for the highest good of all. Show me the energies I need to see for Cancer, please. For personal readings, Cancer, I do different types of readings. You can read about them under the link below, that is in the description box. 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes, and they're all 20% off. You can check the prices and more details below. And there's lots more on my website as well. If you want to read about me, about what I do, what I offer, and more about readings as well, everything is on the website, anandaetherealhealing.com. So let's see. Please clarify, Spirit, the Hangman, overruling energy for Cancer for the coming week. Nine days. Odin was hanging off the tree for 9 days. I don't know if somebody needed to hear this, or if something could be happening on the 9th day. Somebody was born on the 9th. It is a 9th month. I did say that in a reading yesterday, I believe, or 2 readings ago, or in every reading, that these 2 cards very often come together, because Page of Swords is a student. It is somebody who's learning something, who is finding something out, and that allows us very often this discovery of whatever we're learning to change perspective on something. This is curiosity, and because of this curiosity and learning and finding something out, we are able to accept, reject, learn, surrender, because now we know something. And it is also a card of communication. But we also take our time to think before we act. There is a little bit of apprehension from maybe somebody was withholding communication from you, and you're understanding why this was, or this is you. There could be an element of restlessness with a page because of eagerness, but it is this eagerness that leads us also to wanting to know, to learn more, which leads to answers, finding answers. Tell me more about this Hangman for the overruling energy for coming week. Another page. This is all students, all about learning. You might be receiving something, a message, information, apology. This is also a seed that is an idea. Yeah? Aha moment, the light bulb goes off there. And it can be discovery. This is another card of student and curiosity and ambition, eagerness, but also new opportunities, new offers that you might be juggling and trying to make a decision. This could be an enlightenment and a decision and an idea that you're receiving, and then you will be deciding to whether you want to plant those seeds and keep working on that. This is the juggle. For others, it could be a job offer even, and you need to figure out if you can fit it with your current schedule. This is prioritizing, balance, and adapting to change, something that is given to you. You learn something, you find out, or is given, and it allows you to see things from different perspective, to maybe let go of something that has not been serving. If it's relationship, it could be an offer, apology, message coming from someone. Tell me more about this overruling energy with a Hangman. Thank you. Definitely some communication is coming your way. I've seen also Page of Cups when I was shuffling. So communication, information, learning something, and this release also will allow you to move forward. This is alignment and fast movement, speed, and quick decisions, change. It could be a lot of energy coming your way, messaging back and forth with someone. Whatever happens, whatever the information is, your whole perspective of everything changes. And maybe this is the moment when you will actually be taking a step back, because this is such a major decision. Could be even relocation for somebody, that you will need to take a step back to make decisions. This is definitely going to inaugurate ending of some cycle, something that's going to release you of surrender, something that maybe you have been working on for a long time, and it could have been very tiring. Maybe this is you have been carrying for way too long. It could be obviously a burden of some sort, like non-forgiveness, guilt, or responsibilities, and something happens that is given to you. It's either an idea, brilliant idea, or somebody gives you a hand, gives you something that allows you to suddenly, swiftly move on and release you from that burden, whatever it was. Tell me more about Seven of Pentacles as opportunity for Cancer coming this week. Seven of Pentacles, opportunity for Cancer this coming week. What is this Seven of Pentacles? Yeah, there was something you have been contemplating for a while and you couldn't see the way out. This is the illumination. The movement will start. We have double 8 here. So you felt blocked, maybe with regards to your work, and not sure if you should be putting in an effort into this situation. It feels like you're going round and round in circles. Of course, it can be talking about relationships. We have a star again. So again, wish fulfillment, illumination, and release from something, and healing. King of Cups I see behind. And as I split the deck, King is back. And we're talking about legacy, some money. I think you didn't see any rewards. She's blindsided. There is like nothing going on. And I'm going round and round. Do I need to reassess the situation? Do I invest in this relationship, job, or I don't know, garden? Maybe you have been attending the garden of some sort and you're deciding that you're not satisfied with those results. This is feeling a little bit disempowered, self-imposed prison. There's fear and just uncontrolled thoughts. This is the illumination. When you find out, you will be able to cut yourself out of this or walk out of this sword energy. It is overthinking. It is overthinking. Fruitless overthinking. Wow, it says actually here, fruitless overthinking. Fruitless, there is no fruit. Overthinking, staring at something that you... So I think you're getting the clarity and you will no longer do that. Tell me more about this opportunity for Cancer, getting out of your own mind and stuckness. What is this Seven of Pentacles opportunity for Cancer? Look at that, twice. You're definitely changing something big time here. Major transformation, death and rebirth. And Nine of Pentacles is, again, you will benefit. You will benefit. You will change something, shift something. This is a victory, overcoming maybe the tough time in your life. This could have been even your own ego death, like I said, with a death card. Growth always means leaving something behind. Transformation, ending cycle, transition, time, necessary change. It says time here. Because there is a certain level of inevitability in death, right? Everything dies eventually and changes. Nothing lasts forever. And something has run its course here for you. And universe is nudging you, is like, you know, we've been saying this for a while, but you're not doing it. Then I wouldn't be surprised if I see a tower. But it looks a little bit more gentle. It looks more of an enlightenment and release rather than if you don't shift, you will be shifted. It's been coming for a long time, this change, this shift. Tell me more about this opportunity opportunity for Cancer with 7 of Pentacles. This is unforeseen opportunity because it's a repeat message. Opportunity, 7 of Pentacles. Wow, you're manifesting something. Something is shifting, and it is something you asked for a while ago, but you didn't see any benefits. This is as above, so below, as within, so without. You have aligned your energies. You have the creative power and skill and adaptation. Look, adaptation I did mention with the 2 of Pentacles, and self-confidence to do it. I don't know what you're doing here, but somebody is working on something and it has not been bringing results, and there is a shift, change, dramatic happening within that situation. And it is bringing something you want and you have been manifesting, although you maybe have not been seeing results for a while. There is Virgo energy here, Mercury. There's communication as well and problem solving, you see, because he's creative. He has all the tools and possibilities to achieve the results he wants, but he had to take a pause and a break and think about it. But he gets this illumination and understanding of, what do I need to do? I wonder what it is for you. Please let me know. Spending some time inward and finding those answers internally, because that's where we have to go for answers. If you have been looking outside or to other people or whatever, you're not going to find it there. You will find it internally, and you have done the work. Divine inspiration, enlightenment, solitude, inner truth. And this alignment happens internally. With the Hangman, we are seeing the big picture outwardly, how it can play out. How did it play out from the past actions, current, and what's going to happen going forward? You have a very big picture, very enlightened picture, because inner and outer are one and the same. Look at that. Inner reflects as understanding of the outer. Know thyself. When you know yourself, you will know others, and then what happens inwardly will be expressed outwardly. So you have the vision of what's going to happen now. As within, so without. I got chills now. It's great happiness. Whatever it is you're doing, you're manifesting your great happiness. 6 of Cups. Definitely something related to healing your inner child, and could be somebody coming back from the past, because this is 6 of Cups. Let's see. This could be an offer and messages coming your way. Something challenging will be the Hierophant. Can I have a little extra on that? Hierophant, Taurus energy. Hierophant for Cancer. Make your decision and take action with confidence. Tell me more about this challenge being Hierophant. So some of you have been married, and the challenge is actually, you're reviewing the situation. Should I end it? Should I not? You have been trapped and thinking over and over about it. But 8 of Cups means I am making a decision, and I'm walking away from something that is not fulfilling to me. And it could be you were married to Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be. It is usually a husband. And no gender in tarot, but I'm seeing a masculine energy here. For others, this is you actually walking away from whatever it is that is not making you happy and emotionally fulfilled. And there is dissatisfaction. So you're heading towards happiness, towards your wish fulfillment. Something greater is calling you. Now, this could be something spiritual, but you also might be heading towards great financial abundance. With a King of Pentacles, it is a very practical card. Taurus as well, if we look at the 2nd house from astrology, that's talking about assets and values, and where we place our value in terms of our money. And we have this theme about money. 10 of Swords, it is end of tough cycle. There is a release. There is a release of something. Emotionally detaching as well. So for each of you, it will be different. Some of you are married and you are deciding to end this relationship and you're walking away from that. This is the major decision to finally close it. It is a transformative energy. For others, you are walking away from maybe even a job, ending a difficult cycle, and reevaluating your own assets and continuing to be very realistic and practical and receiving your financial benefit from it. Something that has been keeping you up all night and you couldn't make a decision. There is grief, there is loss with regards to this, but there is bravery in taking decision. I'd say that it's a heavy reading. I don't know what it is for you, Cancer. Let me know in the comments. Here it's beautiful. It's a release. It's acceptance of, okay, I get it. It is what it is, and I'm gonna allow this, and this leads to alignment and fast movement forward. Tell me more about this unforeseen death and rebirth. What is this death and rebirth? Unforeseen. Three of Cups. Can be talking about reunions, celebrations. You see? Whatever you're walking away from with the Eight of Cups, it takes you to your Nine of Cups and great celebration and happiness. It could be that this is a decision that's happening on your, mental, emotional plane. It will, of course, result in changes in 3D as well, but the decision on its own usually leads us already to great fulfillment and happiness and release. Tell me more about death and rebirth. Unforeseen for Cancer. It is getting what we want because we believe that we deserve it, and then celebrating this achievement. Even celebrating endings. Yes, if we are ending a tough cycle, we will be celebrating it. We will feel happy and joyful and relieved, even if you don't go celebrating with others. But this looks like it could be a reunion. Tell me more about that card. Look at that. The weird noises on the background are my dogs. Apologies, you just saw Odin. Odin is my dog's name, by the way, Odin. Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Two of Cups. This is great happiness, reunion, joy, celebration, truth, new beginnings. I don't know what you're severing ties with, Cancer. And it could be an old belief with this Hierophant, and learning the spiritual lesson that leads to major transformation and release. It almost feels like you've been working and paying attention and stuck on that, and eventually you're releasing this, like, okay, I'm done. And that release brings alignment and the manifestation of whatever you wanted, and it's a change. I mean, with the Hierophant, it's number 5. It's a major change within your belief system, within your living conditions, ending tough cycle. It could be a decision to emotionally detach, and finally you are able to shed. Snake is coming to my mind because death and rebirth is shedding, and that leads to, look at what, and you're not expecting it. This is unexpected, because this release leads to this new beginning. You might be with your friends, you might be celebrating, drinking, partying, feeling good, and Two of Cups coming in as well. This is relationships. For those of you that are thinking about jobs, this is also a partnership. Entering into partnership with truth, clarity, and brand new beginning with emotional fulfillment for you, Cancer. This is your energy. Love. Opening of your heart chakra. Unconditional love. That requires tremendous transformation and shedding and letting go, surrendering. Tell me more about Six of Wands for Cancer advice. Six of Wands, Cancer's advice. I saw Tower. This is a major change, positive turn of events. Again, another cycle ending. You have strength in new beginnings. The cycle restarts. Change, chance, fate, happiness, destiny, luck, and karma. Shift or be shifted. This is a Tower. It is unexpected change, or whatever Tower you have been going through. Another Scorpio and shedding energy. I feel also it's like your own walls, protective walls, could be shedding here in order to allow love and relationships. That's for somebody, because there's this 10 of Cups. This shift, this change that has been uncomfortable, that you have been going through for a while, and it was a distraction of everything you know, and it could have been your belief system again. It could be your lifestyle. It could be your relationship, past relationship or something. It is being completely transformed in order to rebuild something very beautiful and fulfilling. That's your victory. 6 of Wands. Saturn, karmic cycles. Give me one more, please. Good karma, change. I didn't expect a reading like that. I thought there will be again something about lovers, and I do see lovers and you reconnecting with somebody. But there is a much deeper message coming through beyond the reconnecting with somebody. The lessons that have been learned, the connection with the soulmate, happiness achieved because of the shedding of the inner resistance, whatever it was for you. Tell me more about the 6 of Wands. This is interesting. We've seen this. This is end of this grief. And if we have it in reverse, acceptance, hope, forgiveness, gratitude, charity, kindness, new alliance, and recovery. If you don't believe me, I don't know if you can read it. Hierophant can also talk about forgiveness for betrayals, for somebody walking away, ghosting. I just saw King of Wands under the deck, but he's back, so now we have to acknowledge him. It could be a fire sign coming your way, but this is generally your advice, so I will interpret it as using your dynamic energy of a leader when it comes to making any decisions, to stepping into your power. This is a visionary king energy, whether you're a woman or man, very successful, and things about expansion. There's strength, power in going after what we want. It is a go-getter, strong will, courage, and there is planning and preparation and expansion going forward. The word expansion shows up also here, and when it comes to Jupiter energy. So it's like bursting through the cocoon where you have been confined for a while. It spins, the wheel spins, and it is at the moment cracking the walls, so your spin is becoming bigger. That's why it says expansion. I hope it makes sense when I'm, you have the vision and you're willing and open and receptive now to allow for these changes. It feels like a tremendous energy shift, release. Even your outdated thinking, whatever it has been that has been keeping you stuck and trapped. It allows for influx of new energy. You are taking action to go after what you desire, and you're achieving it. You're receiving it here, and you're going to be very, very happy and fulfilled and celebrating. And you're learning brand new lessons and beginning a new cycle with the new opportunities that you receive. Letting go of everything from the past, you see the very big picture, which comes with happiness and relief and understanding of why things had to happen the way they happened in order for me to be where I am right now. This happy. Apologies about the dog. Let's get a message from universe, please, for Cancer. Message for Cancer for the coming week from universe. Perhaps you are reminded all too often just how quickly the phases in your life can shift, one change after another. You are learning to adapt. We had the Two of Pentacles, adaptation, changes. You are learning to adapt and grow. Be kind and gentle with yourself. What a perfect message, because you have a lot of shedding here, growth, outgrowing the cocoon, the phase of your caterpillar. You're transforming into butterfly. It is a very painful process and it takes time, but you are breaking through those confines now, and now is the time. This is the expansion of which I was just speaking. But the shedding, even like if you imagine shedding of the skin and snake, it is not pleasant. The cocoon phase for the butterfly is also awful. If you ever seen it, if you know, you can research. You may feel identify with this process. Let's see a little further. Numerology. And it feels last few years for somebody here were really, really heavy, and it could have been much longer, of course, the whole cycle, but the intensity of it was last 2-3 years for somebody. It leads to happiness when it comes to connections in general, friendships, emotional fulfillment within communities, maybe finding your social circle, and love connections. This transformation leads to that. It's a change within this emotional area. Look at that. And you are very protected. Take a risk. Courage, initiative, creativity, courage, initiative. This is King of Wands. Planning, he's a planner. Realism and boldness. Nobody is more bold than King of Wands in the whole tarot. Now is a good time to take action on tasks that require initiative, creativity, he's creative, and risk-taking. Get organized and make plans with realistic expectations of success rather than waiting for things to change on their own. This is a lot of waiting. You're done waiting. No more waiting. This is which is ending and transforming. Your opportunity is to stop waiting and take action on those creative ideas, and you're stepping out of round and round circle. What specific risk can I take right now that align with my goals and creativity? Identify one area where you can take a calculated risk and make a concrete plan to move forward with confidence and realistic expectations. Now with these realistic expectations, you know, it's a debate, because you can have any expectations, and if you have faith and courage, you will succeed. Maybe not the same week. I think what they're saying is just to get you out of this cocoon to begin with, just start maybe smaller. But generally there is no limit. There is no limit. You are shedding the belief that there are limits. There you go. And it could be with regards to money. You've been toiling, working, and there's not much coming from it. Maybe some sort of limiting belief around money, you see? Belief around money. And it could even come from your family, something long-term. Otherwise, it's a belief around relationships where you have been investing, and nothing comes from it. I'm going to use money not as a deck as well. Look at that. This is a bird freeing itself from the cage, from the limitations of the Eight of Swords, which also looks like a cage. Fear and doubt limit freedom of action. Let go of your worries. It doesn't have to be money related, but I'm using this deck because sometimes it's useful. Power. We have this leader here. Power. You have the power to take control of your life, career, and finances. Focus on your needs. Let's see. No more waiting and working hard. Opportunity. These are the opportunities that will be presented to you. New job opportunities, change of workplace or business trip. Trip. This could be a trip. This could be relocation. Change is coming just in time. It doesn't have to be. It could be an opportunity when it comes to relationships, but you have a lot on relationships going on here. Okay. It could be business partnerships. It could be romantic opportunity. So interpret that the way you need to, but this is a deck for money matters that I'm using. Winning. Well, there you go. Sooner or later, luck comes to everyone. Your good luck with a wheel of fortune. Don't spend everything at once. That's always a good advice. But just get excited. Get excited. I don't know who this reading is for. You see, this is independence. And it's like this 9 of Pentacles energy. So financial abundance and reaping the rewards. Manage money yourself. Independence guarantees security. Don't depend on others. So maybe in the past you have been depending and you have been worried. Maybe you were questioning if you should go off on your own to do your own business or something. Even in relationships, if you have your own financial stability, you are not codependent on another person. Here, maybe you're walking away from somebody who was financially supporting you, this King of Pentacles, and you're becoming yourself independent financially, which is leading, it doesn't mean even you have to leave the person, but internally you feel the freedom and you're no longer codependent, which leads to much more spiritual, free, and beautiful interactions with others. Very different reading. Let me roll the dice a few times to see what are the strongest signs, but I have read them. Can be anyone. So we have strong Libra and Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aries, Virgo, Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Capricorn again, and Taurus. So Cancer, that's your reading for the coming week. Let me know if this resonated. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. And until the next time, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Much love and blessings. Namaste.